India is a largely vegetarian country, and a lot of our protein comes from pulses. But you will be surprised to know, India is one of the largest importers of pulses. We love our tur or Arhar dal, but bulk of our tur and Arhar dal comes from Africa or from Myanmar or Canada. I'm standing in a field of Pigeon Pea or Arhar, and I have with me Dr Himanshu Pathak, the Director General of the ICRISAT or the International Center for Crop Research Institute in the Semi-Arid Tropics. I'm in Hyderabad in a very dry area, and this is a very special field of Pigeon Pea. Dr. Pathak, we eat so much dal, we eat so much pulses. Why are we not self-sufficient in pulses?
Very good. Thank you very much for visiting ICRISAT and particularly standing in a field of Pigeon Pea. India is the largest producer, consumer, and also importer of pulses. So all three distinctions are with India. We produce around 25 million tons of different pulses. And also we import around 5-6, depending upon some years, million tons of pulses. Out of several pulses which India consumes, somehow for chickpea we are sufficient and also export to other countries. But these three major pulses, pigeon pea, lentil, and of course urad, these are very largely consumed, and we are yet to arrive at the level of self-sufficiency. Out of these three, again, pigeon pea is the crop which is consumed all over the country, starting from Kashmir to Kanyakumari.
Dal ho ya sambar ho, you will use...
Yeah, whether it is sambar or dal or many other products, including some sweet dishes also, all come from these kinds of crop. Now, coming to your question, it is really important that when the crop is so important, without this crop, we cannot live a single day because we are vegetarian and we need to have protein. Still, we are importing. And therefore, Government of India very, very rightly has now launched a mission, which is Pulse Mission. And the idea is by 2030, these countries would be self-sufficient. Now, what does it mean? I mean, what are the targets? The target is the production should go up to 35 million tons from an area of 31 million hectares. This is what? That means the current productivity is only 800 to 900 kg per hectare. That productivity has to be increased up to 1.4 or 1.5 tons per hectare. Now how and from where this number from 0.8, 0.9 tons to 1.4 or 1.5 tons is going to come. And secondly, from where this additional area, I'm saying that it should go up to 35 tons and 30 million hectare, where it is going to come. So vertical increase as well as horizontal increase, we really need to do. Now,
we need to reduce growing rice and wheat.
Very easy way. If they do it, shift some rice area to pulses and also oilseeds if it is possible. As you raise the point of rice, let me tell you, currently rice is grown in around 44 million hectares, out of which there are 6 to 7 million hectares which is upland rice, where the productivity is very, very low, totally rain-fed. Now those areas can be very easily converted into areas of pigeon pea.
But then why are farmers not embracing it?
Now that's coming. So few things which are hindering their acceptance or farmers are not so enthusiastic, and I shall tell you what are those areas. Number one is, because as we are working in the field of research and development, is development of high yielding varieties. We have got some varieties, but now you will be very, very happy to know, and of course you can see the crop around. Now we have got varieties which will give a yield of up to 2.5 tons per hectare, even sometimes going up to 3 tons per hectare also, which is less than 1, so it can go. So this is, and already there are few varieties released, few are in pipeline, and when we shift it to hybrid, then as you know, by the very nature of hybrid, the yield is going to be 10 to 15% more compared to the varieties of more or less similar duration or something like that. ICRISAT just few months back has released a variety, ICB 25444, which has got some of the unique characteristics which can really deliver the goals of Atmanirbhar Bharat in pulses. Now, the unique characteristics of this particular variety is it takes much shorter time. Our common varieties of Pigeon Pea takes around 170 to 180 days, but this will be matured in 120 to 125 days, so a lot of time saving. Yield will be around 2.5 tons per hectare. Uniqueness is that it hides it only 2.5 feet like rice.
So it doesn't lodge like dwarf varieties of...
Yes. It can be harvested by machine because nowadays, mechanization is very, very important. Farmers are not ready to spend a lot of time. Labor availability is also a question. Very importantly, it has got annuality. Annuality means it matures like rice and wheat. Not indeterminate type that, okay, farmers have to harvest 2 times, 3 times or something like that. And in the era of climate change, this particular variety can tolerate up to 45 degrees centigrade temperature.
So climate smart.
It is a climate smart, climate resilient and photoinsensitive. That means this particular variety can be grown during any time of the year. So some of the areas where there is at least 1 or 2 irrigation provision during summer season. So in those areas, this particular variety can be very easily grown.
And is this the same crop?
This is the kind of crop. Well, of course, not this tall, much shorter one. Which
on the other side.
Other field we have seen. So this kind of variety has got potential for vertical increase in productivity because of high yield and short season, and also horizontal. The summer season crop, for example, where you cannot grow any other crop because of high temperature, but this crop can be grown. Large amount of rice fallow areas. So vertically as well as horizontally, this particular variety and also few hybrids.
So by when can we self-sufficient in pulses? We are spending so much money importing an everyday commodity for you and me.
Right. Very specifically answering, of course, there will be certain ifs and but I shall not go into. But the kind of varieties which now we have got, if we can really take it to the farmers with good support of policy and procurement, within next 4-5 years, this country can be absolutely positioning itself of self-sufficient.
Why did we take so much time? We should have done this earlier.
Yes. There were few reasons which I say. See, even after Green Revolution, our sole aim was to make this country self-sufficient in our staple food, rice and wheat. And lots of research, lots of developments had happened. And now we are not only self-sufficient in rice, but also we are exporting. Sometimes we have got difficulties in procurement and storage and those kinds of things. Now we have to shift the focus, and we have already, research organizations are already doing that, but that kind of focus should also percolate down to states and ultimately to the farmers who will be growing these crops. So now we are fully ready with varieties, hybrids and technologies. And with this pulse mission, Government of India has also come out with very sound policy to help it out. But for all of this, one very crucial factor is going to be the seed availability of quality seed, and you know very well what is the importance of seed.
Sure.
Now the Seed Act, which is going to be discussed and of course passed by the Parliament, that will play a very crucial role. And Government of India, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, you know, they are having a very good system which is called Sathi portal, by which good quality seed can be provided to the farmers. And along with that, government has again come out with another very important program called ASHA to ensure the income of farmers. Now once that is done, then of course farmers will be interested to grow pulses and of course to get remunerative price. But before I conclude, let me also tell you, because basically I also work on climate change and soil science, pulses like Pigeon Pea is a climate friendly crop.
Yes.
It can tolerate high temperature. It improves soil fertility because it fixes atmospheric nitrogen. It doesn't require so much of water like rice or wheat. the amount of water which we use to grow one rice crop, with the same water, 5 pigeon pea crops can be grown.
Wow.
And with one wheat crop, the amount of water used, with that same water, 2 or 3 pigeon pea crops can be grown. And this will not only ensure food security, but also nutrition security, climate security, and also ecological security, because it builds or improves soil, it mitigates and also adapts to changing climate, and of course at the end of the day, make India self-sufficient in pulse production.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Pathak, for explaining this complexity of why we are not self-sufficient in pulses. So here, a deeper understanding on how India can become Atmanirbhar in pulse production. Why should my morning dal in sambar, or my Arhar dal or tuar dal, or my urad dal in my idli or dosa come from Africa or other countries is unfathomable. India is largely a farmer-friendly country, and now policies are such that we should be self-sufficient in pulses very soon. Better late than never. If we can adopt quality pigeon pea like you see behind me, it is climate friendly, it is water friendly, it also fixes nitrogen for the soil, and also gives us much needed protein. So a pulse revolution happening in India, and hopefully very soon we will be self-sufficient in pulse production. From this very nice pigeon pea field in the International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics, and I must say the world's first hybrid pigeon pea also emerged from these very fields. So another revolution likely from these fields. At ICRISAT in Hyderabad, Pallava, Bagla for NDTV.